Governor Abbott ordered Texas DPS to create a statewide task force to crack down on illegal street takeovers. It follows a night of anarchy in the streets of Austin Saturday, where police admit they were overwhelmed. Fox 4's Lori Brown live in Dallas. Lori.
Well, Dallas has seen a lot of success in reducing street racing after taking its task force citywide in 2020. What happened in Austin shows how street racers often just find a new city to race in. That's why a criminologist told us that a statewide approach could be effective.
The night of mayhem in Austin, with 4 street takeovers between 9 p.m. and 4 a.m., now getting the attention of Governor Greg Abbott. In a statement Thursday, he announced the launch of a statewide task force to combat the problem as takeovers become more frequent and violent. DPS Director Stephen McCraw said these street takeovers put the lives of Texans and Texas law enforcement officers at risk. We're seeing fireworks fired at officers and crowds, lasers pointed at aircraft, drivers driving upwards of 130 miles per hour with no lights on in the dark of night. All of it is reckless, and it needs to be stopped.
You have so many law enforcement entities in the state of Texas that simply do not have the resources.
Dr. Alex Del Carmen, Associate Dean of the School of Criminology at Tarleton State University in Fort Worth, says many cities need the help of Texas DPS to show racers they can no longer take over city streets.
There's a psychology that takes place, right? They almost feel that they have taken over a particular part of a city and that they can do as they wish, that the laws don't apply.
Tuesday, the Austin police chief explained how the city struggled through Saturday night into Sunday morning, breaking up racers that simply moved to another spot.
If Austin Police Department, which is one of the largest police departments in the state of Texas, was overwhelmed, at least for a bit, when it comes to this, imagine what happens in a small town in Texas.
For years, Dallas battled similar street takeovers, but in 2020, the city passed an ordinance that made being a spectator at races illegal. DPD says its numbers show the impact of the department's crackdown. In 2021, there were 831 spectator arrests. That dropped dramatically to 112 in 2022. And the calls about street racing dropped by almost 50%, from more than 8,800 calls in 2021 to about 4,700 calls in 2022.
We are a country of a nation of laws, and it's time to remind people that we all have to adhere, to the state of the legal system.
The governor's office says the task force will target organized crime by making arrests and seizing assets, including vehicles and weapons. State troopers will also file felony charges that will result in prison time. The state has a website, a hotline, and an app where people can report tips and suspicious activity. We've put that information with this story at fox4news.com.